Good day everyone, I am French J. Lamos de Pahenteng, and today's lesson we're going to focus on using reference angle to evaluate the trigonometric function. So what is the exact value of sine 300 degree? So first, let's plot 300. So here is 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and also here is the 360 degree. So 300 is close to 270. That is 300. So now let's turn this into a right triangle. So, right triangle. So the reference angle is the angle between the terminal side and the x-axis. So you can see that it has to be the difference between 300 and 360. So the reference angle is 60 degree. So now you need to know the spherical right triangle, so you need to be familiar with the 30, 60, and 90 triangle. So across the 30 is 1. So here is 30, 90, and 60. Then across the 60 is square root of 3, and across of 90 is 2. So across the 60, it's going to be negative square root of 3 rather. Here is the square root of 3. Square root of 3 across of 60. And then here is 60. That is 60. Then 90. Then 30. So but y is negative in quadrant 4. So that is negative square root of 3. So across the 30 is 1. Then 1 is positive in quadrant 4. So and across of the 90, which is the hypotenuse, that's going to be 2. So, and we're always going to make the hypotenuse positive. That is negative 2. So now we could find the value of sine 300 using this right triangle. So 300 is associated with 60 degrees. So let's use the fact that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So therefore sine of 300 degree is going to be the negative square root of 3 divided by 2. For example, let's evaluate cos 120 degree. So first, let's plot. Then 120 is located in quadrant 2. That is 120. Then, and we know the negative x-axis is 120. So therefore, the difference between those two will give us a reference angle 60 rather. So there is 60, then 30, here is 90 degree. So once again, we have the 30, 60, 90 triangle. So across the 30 is 1. Across the 60 is square root of 3. Across of the 90 or the hypotenuse is 2. So here is negative 1 because that's belong to the quadrant 3. Then now in quadrant 2, x is negative, y is positive. So now we were going to focus on 60 degree angle which came from 120 degree. Then cosine, we know it's adjacent. We know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine 120, it's going to be negative because it's in quadrant 2. So it's equal to the adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have cosine 120 degree is equals to adjacent, which is negative 1, and our hypotenuse is 2. Here is the answer. Let's have another example. Let's evaluate tangent of 7 pi over 6 tangent. Let's plot it. So 7 pi over 6 is in quadrant 3. So 7 pi over 6 forms our reference angle, that's pi over 6, and pi is 180. So 180 over 6 is 30. So we got our reference angle of 30. So once again, we have the 30, 60, and 90 triangle. So across of 30 is 1. Negative 1. Across of 60 is square root of 3. Across of 90 is 2. So now in quadrant 3, both x and y are negative. So now we could evaluate tangent 7 pi over 6. So tangent is equal to opposite. Tangent is equals to opposite over adjacent. So it's negative 1 over negative square root of 3, which is 1 square root of 3. And then we're going to have rationalize. So we have this. Tangent of 7 pi over 6 is equals to negative 1 over negative square root of 3 is equals to, which is 1 over square root of 3. And then we're going to have our rationalize rather. So 3 over square root of 3 is equals to square root of 3 over 3. So here's the final answer.